Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you are all doing well. It is Thursday, Juve Bologna is far away on the 2nd of October. So what will we speak about? Well, quite easy. The board of directors meeting that will hold place tomorrow. We will speak about that. What will they say actually? What will they speak about? Then, believe it or not, on the 22nd of September, we have to speak about Mercato 2023. Mamma mia, that's far away, but we have already to anticipate it. Some exciting names. I'm sure you will be really happy to hear them. Then, will they become true or not? This is absolutely another story. And then we have to speak about the problems of Juventus, because if Juventus today is in the position that we are, it's because we have some problems, a lot of them. You will be really surprised, or maybe not even, because you already know. But seeing them on statistics, it's heavy. We start immediately after you putting a maximum of like, after subscribing to the channel, with the board of directors meeting reported by Foot Italia One, our great friends. They are saying that tomorrow it will be the meeting. Juventus will formalize the debt of 250 million. It's a lot of money. Are we surprised? No. If you follow the channel, we already anticipated the words of Arriva Bene that said the next one will be a harsh one. We already know it. We made it public. We know, and everyone is expecting these debts. No surprises there, but that doesn't mean that we have to accept it, because we need to change it. And we are launching a new way, a new effort in search of sustainability. You heard that word yesterday, sustainability, scouting. These are the keywords for the next Mercato. I will explain also why. The goal is to halve the losses in 22-23, I'm sorry, and then reach a reasonable deficit in the following years. I'm quite sure that we will succeed in that, especially if I see the strategy of Mercato that is absolutely not the same as a few years ago. We see in Tuttosport two pictures, maybe two representative pictures, the one of Higuain and the one of De Ligt. Why 90 million spent for the clause of Higuain back then when he was at the top of his career after Napoli? Did we overspend? Probably yes. 75 million euro for Ajax for Matthijs De Ligt. Did we overspend? Probably yes. We are not even speaking about Arthur in that swap with Pjanic for Barcelona Juve. Overspent? Probably yes. So a lot of mistake has been done, and I'm not even mentioning the players like Ramsey or Rabiot, players that we took for free, so we didn't overspend, but in terms of salary, it was quite exaggerated and big mistakes. So these kind of mistakes, we can't do it anymore, because a study was showing that we are the club after Manchester United that is overspending the most for players. We know it, we understand it, we have to change it from now, and that's why Tuttosport is opening with two players, Ndicka from Eintracht Frankfurt that you see on the left side of the page, and Grimaldo from Benfica, and also him, no contract from 2023. So two players that can come exactly for free, for that money, for €0, but two players that we probably also need. It's not a mystery that they are choosing for these two players, because probably these two players are the ones that we need in crucial positions where we didn't intervene in this Mercato. We go inside Tuttosport where they are saying, attenzione Juve, because you didn't intervene in this Mercato, everything was not possible in one day, we know it, but you will have to reinforce you on the left back. Who are the names? Grimaldo, as we said, for free next year if he doesn't renew. Otherwise, you also have Guerrero that is from Borussia Dortmund, also him out of contract in 2023, and Bensebaini from Mönchengladbach. We are looking at the Bundesliga for the left back position. Let me know who's your favorite one. In terms of center back, but on the left side, you see Bonucci disappeared, because we know that Bremer is stronger when he's playing on that right part of the field. We see three names: Ndicka, Gabriel, and Igor. Ndicka that was pushed a bit by one of the followers on the channel, one of the subscriber, by Sebastiano, was saying, Beppe, Ndicka. Well, Ndicka is on the top of the list, 23 years. He could be the partner, the ideal partner of Bremer for that future Juventus. Gabriel from Arsenal, that has a contract until 2025, so I don't know. And Igor from Fiorentina. But we are also looking for another position. Di Maria, we don't know if he will extend or not. We are still waiting waiting to see the real Di Maria at Juve for this year, but we are already thinking Zaniolo, always Zaniolo, still Zaniolo, forever Zaniolo, then Pulisic and Traoré Adama from Wolverhampton. These three players can be important for Juve. Juve is already thinking about the future with Vitor Roque, 17 years old, that there is the bagarre, the fight with the Juve, Barcelona, Real Madrid. They are all on that young player, young phenomenon. Juve already apparently proposed 15 million euro, but the club is saying, attenzione, we think that we can go really sky high. They are even expecting something like 40-45 million euro. Exaggerated, and I believe that Juve will step out. In a few years you will hear, Vitor Roque is a phenomenal, Juventus were on him but they didn't buy him. Yeah, today you know why. But then they are also linking us with Conte and Gundogan. Guys, if we are speaking about not doing the same mistakes, even if they will be free, attenzione, I would absolutely not be in favor of these players. Gundogan, why not? Conte, I don't know. Corriere dello Sport is speaking about 12 match days for Allegri. So it's not anymore 1 game, 5 games, or it's until the World Cup that the trust has been given to Massimiliano Allegri. He will have 12 games to know the truth of his future. Guys, we spoke yesterday about Conte in the live. If you missed it, follow it, because we spoke, I believe, 75% of the video about Antonio Conte. But what is strange to me is that we are speaking about future. The season, we are only at match day 7 and we are only speaking about the future. Can we come back and focus on what we have to solve today? Because the season looks like everyone gave up. And no, we have a lot of things to solve. And one of the keywords is being scared, not being scared anymore. Gazzetta dello Sport is saying, il caso, the problem Juve, this Juve is not scaring anybody anymore. We have some problems to fix. I want to go inside because we see a lot of stats here from Gazzetta dello Sport. Juve is not scaring anybody anymore. They are showing some stats of Juventus being nearly the last one in terms of attempts toward goals. 25. We are 16th in that position. This is absolutely not a stat that we love, something not linked to Juventus, that should not be linked to Juventus. If we are looking at the percentages of shots towards goals, so from these attempts that are not a lot, only 25. If we are looking at the percentages that we succeeded, we have only 27.8%. And here we are 17th, where we see Lazio the first with 45% of shots succeeded. Incredible. Incredible how low Juventus is. But we know with the stats, they always come with new words. After expected goals, expected assists, expected whatever you want, they found a new word that is called field tilt. What does that mean, field tilt? Well, it's a combination of passes and possession, but not anymore for the 90 minutes wherever you are in the field, but only in the last 35 meters. They are actually explaining that when you have the possession, but you are only playing in your half, is it a dangerous possession? Absolutely not. So they are looking at the last 35 meters, and if we are looking only at that stat, what can we see? That Juventus is 19th. We have 41 per 37 of dangerosity, of being dangerous in the last 35 meters. We are the 19th in Serie A in terms of dangerosity in the last 35 meters. This is something that is a disaster. It's a disaster, especially if we see that a lot of teams like Fiorentina, Napoli, Milan that are playing more offensively as Juve are there, miles away from Juve, something that we have to change immediately. Juventus is not scoring a lot, has difficulties to create dangerosity. Only Milik is working at the moment. Only Milik, because if we are looking at Vlahovic that is in a negative spiral at the moment. They are saying that he has a conversion of shots towards goals, so the conversion of goals of 19%. This is really low. He's 15th in the league. 50th in the league, 5-0. This is a disaster, but the Serbian is nervous. He is frustrated. The problem became psychological. He already talked about it with Allegri and also with some teammates, something that he has to fix. We have to help him. We have to support him in giving him the balls, but also him has to calm down and understand that he's a phenomenon. Otherwise, it will be really complicated. What are the two lights at the end of the tunnel at the moment at Juventus? It's Milik. Milik that is playing really well, that made an impression to everyone, a great impression to the teammates, but also to the supporters, especially to the supporters that were not convinced about Arkadiusz Milik. They are seeing the sense of positioning on the field, the DNA, the character, that grinta. he's showing beautiful things. He has a beautiful average goals per game. He's scoring every 97 minutes. 6 games with Juve at the moment, already 3 goals for him. He has to continue. He has to continue like that. Grande Arkadiusz Milik. I'm super happy that a lot of people were wrong on Arkadiusz Milik. I was not convinced, but I wanted to give him a chance, and that's probably one of the things that we have to pay attention to. When we sign a player, don't smash him immediately. Give him the chance, even if you believe or not in him. And then the other light, and probably the most beautiful light, is Fabio Miretti, 19 years old, that has been called up with under 21. Beautiful one for him. The trainer of under 21 is saying, hey, he's looking like De Bruyne. He's making me think at De Bruyne. De Bruyne, we have him in-house. We are working on him. Don't put too much pressure on Miretti, but he's not anymore and only the future, he's also the present. Grande Miretti. In the meanwhile, Juventus is training not at La Continassa, but they are training in Vinnovo, where the young from under 23, the next gen, is working. Why? Because otherwise there are not enough players. So they are there together. Yesterday they started, they will continue today again in Vinnovo. And then you see some players like Locatelli that are with the team because they were not called up due to injury with the Italian national team. We see that they are posting on social media, on Instagram, work hard in silence, let success make the noise. And this is what we want. We want to hear the noise of success of Juventus. Put a maximum of likes, subscribe to the channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.